Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackson Cochran, and I'd like to welcome you to another week of football here on YouTube. And for the College Park Cavaliers, there's no place like home. Last week, they went on the road and had a phenomenal first game of the season against the Cypress Park, winning 73-6. And they get to close out this week in non-district play here at Woodforest Bank Stadium against the Klein Cain Hurricanes, who lost just by a point last week to Cy Ranch, which was a 48-49 total. So I have to say tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one of those matches that could potentially be high scoring. And before we get into tonight's matchup, I want to go over a couple key players for your College Park Cavaliers. First things first, let's look at our quarterback, junior Camden Hughes, number 12. He has come back from a good sophomore season. Not to mention, let's say he threw for 2,555 yards with 27 touchdowns, and he made himself the District 13 6A Offensive Newcomer of the Year. And on the defensive side of things, let's look at number 4, senior defensive back Marco Beltran. I can tell you this after watching him just last season. Marco Beltran has had 6 turnovers. He can beat you as a ball hawk safety. He can play tight coverage, good in the zone, and not to mention, he's a really good return specialist. He had 2 punt returns last season. But let's go back to the offensive side of things, and who does Camden Hughes like to throw to? Well, nobody like Jordan Stiles, senior wide receiver, number 1. He received for over 800 yards with 11 touchdowns on the season, and then you have another key target for him, Brian Snodgrass, who is a receiver / tight end. He's got a very versatility style of route running and can protect at the line of scrimmage, something that you look forward to for these College Park Cavaliers. But over the last couple seasons, you can look at what College Park has been able to do, and they did lose in the postseason last year, but they are continuing to build up this young core and are able to continue to actually make the postseason. But they're looking for a deeper run this year over the third season head coach, Kyle Coates. Like I said, last year they were 5-3 in district, and they lost to Klein Collins. So it's not an actual rematch, but you are playing someone within that same district in Klein Cain, which Klein Cain also lost last year in the playoffs in the by-district round to Cy Ranch. So just a couple things to look forward to tonight. We like to appreciate you who have been tuning into the broadcast tonight here on YouTube. Like I said, this is another wonderful season here on the Conroe ISD Woodforest Stadium bank stream. We're waiting momentarily for a couple things to take place. I know that the players are still in the field houses before kickoff, as we see that the sun is slowly starting to set here upon Woodforest Bank Stadium for another glorious night of high school football here in the wonderful state of Texas. As we're waiting, I believe that the College Park Cavaliers, I saw them in warm-ups, and looks to me that they're going to be wearing their navy tops with obviously the silver helm and grayish silver pants. And Klein Cain Hurricanes, they're going to be in their all whites. But as everyone is waiting on the field, we will be having our sponsorship commercials coming up momentarily. So in about 1 minute, we will have that for you. Just hope that you are tuned in for another exhilarating week, because next week, non-district play is concluded, and we will get to the start of district play, which everyone has one main goal, and that is to make the postseason and be crowned state champions, especially here in District 13 6A. We need a nice deep run within the district, and with the way that the College Park Cavaliers started their season off last week, they have the potential for a decent deep run. Not only you have junior Canman Hughes under center. You have junior running back Duke Stevens, who you can see, you can pitch it off to. He can be there in pass protection. Not to mention sophomore running back number 23, Antonio Booker, who will see some touches as well. And let's not forget about that hybrid player, Tate Chewinowek, number 2. But we will take a break and come back momentarily.
Wood Forest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank. We're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Wood Forest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments, all in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to continue to bring you this live footage here on our YouTube stream. And a couple things we want to go over is, well, you have to know a little bit about your opponent on the opposite side of the field. And first things first, it's going to be number 12, senior quarterback Zachary Johnson for the Klein Cain Hurricanes. He's one of those returning seniors. He threw for 2,500 yards last year with 24 touchdown passes. A little bit in common of our quarterback here, Camden Hughes. So a little bit, pretty much close to 24, 25 passing touchdowns a season, over 2,200 yards in the air, being generous on that one. But then you have to know, on the offensive side of things, who are you keying in on defense? Who do you need to keep an eye on? And a couple players you need to keep an eye on, especially for Hughes, if you're going to be throwing around the ball, slinging that rock around. Well, you got to think about Christian Rodillo, junior defensive back number 29, and senior defensive back Kingston Yelder. And not to mention senior defensive back A.J. Kraft. So you have all three of those defensive backs. You need to make sure that you have an idea who's going to be in specific areas when you're making your reads, looking downfield and finding the open man. And then, not only that, Braden Nwaku, who is on the defensive line for the Klein Cain Hurricanes, number 7, which is going to be playing most likely on that end, maybe finding himself on the interior line at a few times, but you're going to see him most likely come up off the edge. And as I could see that those Hurricanes are making their way out of the field house, all whites with that purple helm. And the College Park Cavs are also making their way out of the field house. Like I said, navy tops, silver helm, silver pants. We're about to see the hype video, and we will mute ourselves for a second once that hype video comes into play. And here come your College Park Cavaliers out of their inflatable, which is pretty much almost towering close to that height of the scoreboard. As they trot on their way to the field. See Brian Snodgrass leading the way with the American flag. I believe that was Jordan Stiles who was holding the Texas flag. And number 62 to Darian Rogers, offensive lineman, who had the College Park flag. As everyone is making their way to the sidelines, we're about to have the ROTC make their way to midfield so we can have coin toss, kickoff entitlement, and about to have the national anthem take place.
Colors being presented by the College Park Marine Corps JROTC. Marine Corps Rifle Bearer Cadet Second Lieutenant Noah Cassier. Texas Flag Bearer Cadet First Sergeant Zach Bannerman. National Ensign Cadet First Lieutenant Fisala Kalabawila. National Rifle Bearer Cadet Captain Elisa C.
Thank you to the College Park Band for their rendition of the national anthem. Your 6 captains tonight for the College Park Cavaliers are going to be number 1, senior Jordan Stiles, senior linebacker number 8, Lane Legger, senior offensive lineman number 70, Cole Cook, senior defensive back number 4, Marco Beltran, junior quarterback number 12, Camden Hughes, and number 74, senior offensive lineman Brock Menzie. Referees are at midfield waiting for the captains to both meet for the handshake kickoff entitlement. I believe that number 12, Zachary Johnson, is one of the captains on the Klein Cain side. Looks like he is the sole captain for the Hurricanes tonight. As your College Park Cavaliers, in solidarity with their arms interlocked, meeting Johnson at midfield. So looking in a line, it is number 74, Brock Menzie, number 8, Lane Legger, number 4, Marco Beltran, and number 1, Jordan Stiles. So College Park has won the toss.
College Park has won the toss. We'll defer the option to the second half.
And as you heard our referee, they have deferred to the second half, which means we will get to see the Cavalier defense go
Cain will
one-on-one.
receive.
So Cain is going to receive at the north end zone, and we are ready momentarily for our Week 2 non-district matchup here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Still pretty much of a hot one for early September. Didn't get that much rain this week compared to last week. Little concerned that we might have had a weather delay last week just because of how late in the day we did see that rain. But all in all, not much wind. You know, I would say fair amount of wind. I can see from the flags in the south end zone. But we're going to get to see this high-flying powered College Park Cavalier offense momentarily. We're going to see what this defense can do after holding Cypress Park to only 6 last week, as the Cavs were on the road. So Beckett Koch is teeing it up to kick it off for the Cavaliers. Nice turnout here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. I have the band right under me in the booth. So they're bringing the energy tonight. Had ourselves a long weekend after the Labor Day holiday. Koch landed it up on the left hash as he kicks it downfield, and the booming, it's going to be returnable right at the 1, and we are underway for tonight's matchup, and that is number 16 on the return, Ian Johnson, and is finally tackled near the 22. One of the defensive linemen to keep an eye on is number 99, Jordan Grant, off the edge. The sophomore defensive lineman is actually going to be lining up at tackle right now. Not to mention Esteban Asong, senior defensive lineman, see him come off the edge. But College Park lining up with their 4 D linemen. It's a play-action pass as it is a little bubble screen over there to number 4, Max Yates, senior wide receiver for Klein Cain, gets him 9 yards, just short of the sticks. The Hurricanes playing with some tempo with 4 wide receivers. A little swing pass off the left side and is finally tackled in the open field by Marco Beltran. You're going to hear his name quite a bit this evening. Number 4 defensive back. Jaron Louis, senior running back for Klein Collins, as they continue with the tempo. It's going to be Yates on the keeper as he finds himself a crease, and it gets almost a first down. So that's already 1 first down. Supposed to be in a second first down tonight. Hurricanes at midfield. College Park bringing 5. Yates throws downfield. Wide open is Yates as he's going to find himself nobody near as he just trots himself into the end zone for the first score of the game. So a 53-yard touchdown pass. No one around him, and Klein Cain strikes first. So Zachary Johnson, 53 yards to Max Yates. And 23, Noah Ballard, ready to kick the PAT for the Hurricanes. Good snap, good hold, splits the uprights. It only took a minute 6 for the Klein Cain Hurricanes to put the first points on the board. So the Hurricanes have outscored last week's opponent, Cy Park, by 1 point. This is the most that they've allowed in a game this season for the College Park Cavaliers compared to last week. Now the Cavaliers lining up to return. You see Beltran. And I believe that is Julian Cromartie also back to return. Both lined up near the 2. So Noah Ballard tee it up. He's going to keep it in between the hash. It's a little mini pooch kick. It's going to be signaled for a fair catch, and that was number 10, Brian Snodgrass, on the return for the Cavs. College Park is going to take over at the 27, maybe the 28. It's kind of in between that 7 and 8 yard line. They're going to be lining up on the right hash mark going to that north end zone. College Park lining up with trips right, bottom of our screen here. In the backfield, number 0, Duke Stevens, goes in motion now, turns to an empty set. Hughes gets set, throws a slant, finds his man, that is Cromartie, and gets the first down. And you can see that the Cavaliers can also play with some tempo as they're lining up. As you can see, Stevens in motion yet again. Hughes in the backfield by himself. Nice clean pocket, throws to the sideline as he finds Stevens as he finds his way, but there is a flag on the play waiting for what the referees have to say. I believe that might come back on the offense. Could potentially be a hold after the swing pass. Wait for the referees.
Holding on the offense, number 10. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
So they're going to replay that first down. It's not going to be 1st and 20. It's going to be closer to about a 1st and, let's say, 14, just because from where the penalty took place. But it did take away that first down for the Cavs as they line up with trips on the right side. Ball's on the left hash. And Snodgrass goes in motion as they hand it off to Stevens as he gets tackled. No, he breaks a tackle with the spin move. A little bit of a washing machine as it turns into a scrum and is now, it's going to be called down. I'd say that was close to a 10-yard run. So 2nd and 6 now for the Cavaliers here, close to midfield. College Park only with 3 wide. Styles in motion. Another handoff to Stevens as he tries to find himself a little crease, but is tackled in the backfield. Still trying to find his way, but he does get tackled right, maybe a little bit past the line of scrimmage, and that is now going to be a 3rd and 5. Back-to-back runs for the Cavaliers. As we can see, they're going to be lining up with 4 wide receivers. Wouldn't be surprised if Stevens does go in motion to the right side. There he goes. Now Hughes. Plenty of time. Another slant over to Cromartie as he breaks one tackle and finally gets tackled by the second guy, number 29, Christian Rodillo. But that is another Cavalier first down as they are in the Hurricane territory. Taking them a little bit longer to come downfield, but why not control that clock? If the Hurricanes were able to make it downfield by 1:06, let's go ahead and eat up some of this time and find your way downfield and go ahead and punch it in as well. I like the patience from Hughes in the pocket, going not only just to your first, but actually looking through your progressions downfield. He's looking for his guy, that is Cromartie yet again, as he was able to beat his man, but it is out of his hands. He got a step on Ashton Jacobs, but unfortunately could not come down with it. It was just right in his fingertips. This will be a 2nd and 10 now. 8:13 left here in the first quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock. Looking, that's going to be an incomplete pass. You could say that it could have been either Snodgrass or Styles as the intended receivers. Bit of an underthrown pass. Might have been a little bit of that miscommunication. Not sure who the main target was intended for, but rather be an incomplete pass than a turnover. See Chwenik go in motion. 4 receivers for College Park. Styles, nice little slant. Breaks 1 tackle. He gets the first down. But Jordan Styles puts the stiff arm on a defender and gets tackled in the second level. Cavaliers are knocking on the red zone, just 5 yards shy of it with a fresh set of downs. Something about the College Park Cavaliers, they rely heavily on their passing game. As Stevens goes in motion, Hughes breaks, throws out of the pocket.
Hughes' pass is headed out into the flat, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Cavs.
Smart awareness there from Hughes as he saw the pocket collapse as he tried to roll right, looked and threw near a wide receiver, but no one really intended. As long as you got it past the line of scrimmage and out of the tackle box, it was good enough for him. It's kind of one of those things you have to live to see another play. Would you rather take the sack or take the incomplete pass? On the stat sheet, you always want that incomplete pass compared to being sacked behind the line of scrimmage. It's a direct snap to Stevens as he kind of stumbles on his feet.
Direct snap to running back 0, Duke Stevens. He stumbles forward for a few yards.
He stumbles and maybe gets a yard, but it's going to be a 3rd and long now here for the Cavaliers. They've gotten 3 first downs on this possession.
Check that, no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cavs.
Play clock now close to 14 as they get the play from the line of scrimmage. You're going to see sophomore running back Antonio Booker in the backfield right next to Hughes. Cromartie in motion. Hughes with the handoff was able to turn the corner, sidesteps, but gets maybe 5 on that carry. It's going to be short of the first down. And we're going to go ahead and see the special teams unit make their way to the field. It was good that Booker was able to break that tackle, as you can see from the replay, and get close to the sideline. This will be a 37-yard attempt from the Cavaliers. Good snap, good hold, and the kick splits the uprights. It's right down Main Street.
37-yard field goal attempt by Becky Cook is good. That brings our score. Klein Cain 7, College Park 3.
Unfortunately, the Cavaliers weren't able to find their way into the end zone, but were able to get some points on the board following the Hurricane touchdown. So with 5:59 left here in the first quarter, College Park Cavaliers trail 7-3. Like to see what adjustments they had on the sideline for defensive coordinator Stephen Howard after seeing how fast-paced they were able to make their way downfield. And when I say they, I'm referring to those Klein Cain Hurricanes. It was no one anywhere in the vicinity of Max Yates for that 53-yard touchdown pass.
Number 13, Charlie Davis. Number 16, Leon Johnson.
And Deontay Barr, and I believe that is Tyson Freeman back to return for the Hurricanes. Actually, I apologize, that's London Jacobs. So it's a booming kick into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. So I'd like to see what Coach Coates and Coach Howard have in store after seeing that first drive from the Klein Cain Hurricanes. As they line it up, it's going to be a handoff up the gut. And that was number 24, Jerron Lewis. Gets himself 4 on the carry. And they go back with that tempo. They have trips bunch. It's going to be another pass to the sideline. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Nice coverage. I believe that was
really
Jonah
on the
Dinn.
field. Is incomplete pass, third down.
Broken up by number 6, David Sands. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6 here. That can be one of those things that happens if you tend to go up tempo. You're already on a 3rd down, less than a minute in. It looks like there might be a time. Nope, there is movement now. That's his first penalty of the night.
False start
Hurricanes.
on the offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Max Yates getting a little ready to go. Four wide receivers lined up. Johnson, man coming off the edge, throwing up middle, and it's going to be overthrown his intended receiver. But Jonah Dinn, with the defensive back blitzing, almost was able to find his way in the backfield to sack Johnson. But it's going to be a 4th down. And this will be a punt now for the Hurricanes. As you can see, Marco Beltran back to return. As I said in the pre-show, he had 2 return punt for touchdown last year. Plenty of time, almost blocked. Able to get it off in just enough time. Beltran staying poison as it's going to be downed close to midfield. To say they're going to spot it at the 41, maybe the 42. Great series there from the defense, causing the 3 and out. And for those of you that are with us, we'd like to say thank you for tuning in.
Illegal touching on the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 50-yard line. First down.
So that's illegal touching. That's the second penalty of the night. If you're watching either on your smart TV, your phone, or your laptop, as Hughes play action throws downfield wide open for Marty as he's going to get into the end zone untouched for the first touchdown of the night here for the College Park Cavaliers. 50-yard touchdown. All they needed was one play for the Cavaliers. One of the new things that we have here at the stadium, these new lights that light up after each score for the home team. Coke ready to do the point after. Good snap, good holding. As you can see, that kick is good. We're about to have that replay for you here.
Nice play action. No one near him. Cromartie wide open. And as you can see, 50 yards untouched. No one on him. No one anywhere. It's a fantastic, fantastic play from the College Park Cavaliers. But as I was saying, for those of you who are tuning in with us, thank you for joining us tonight on the Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank stream. If you have not subscribed yet, I'm looking at the laptop right now, and there's a pill that's kind of in the middle of the page. If you click that button, you can subscribe to our channel, and you hit that bell, it will let you know every single time we go live here, whether it be College Park or any other schools within the district, either on a Thursday night or a Friday night over here at Woodforest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas. Koch landed up again, favoring the left hash. It's another booming kick, and that is going to be another touchback. Klein Cain coming out for their third drive this evening. We are still in the first quarter, 5:13 left. College Park leading 10-7. College Park able to draw a 3 and out. Key factor on that previous drive on the defense. You could look at Jonah Din playing that tight coverage. And there was a swing pass to the sideline. It's going to be another handoff up the middle for Lewis. Gets him 2. R.J. Wims was in on the tackle. As you can see, they're going to continue to bring these 4 linemen as they're going to go ahead and try to push it to the left side, and gets pushed back for a loss of 2. So it's now a 3rd and 10. Whatever the adjustments that were made from the defense on the sideline after that first drive of the game, we're seeing that they're able to stop this run for the moment. As Johnson, plenty of time downfield, little bit of a rainbow screen, and is tackled out of bounds. That is Beltran, but that is going to be a first down for the Hurricanes. So Cooper Carnes able to come down with a one-hand snag with that really high pass. Almost an overthrow, but enough touch that you're able, if you're a Klein Cain, to get that. But we do have ourselves another rush from Lewis, short of just gets a maybe medium gain. Calls Lewis's number again as he turns the corner, and he is putting on the burners, trots himself out of bounds. I'd say that is a 19-yard rush from Lewis. But the Hurricanes are now in College Park territory. So they give it to Lewis yet again.
Ball carrier number 24, Lewis again. He cuts it back up the middle.
That'll be maybe a 3-yard run.
He's tackled by number 99, George Grant.
We're going to have ourselves
Officials timeout for an injury.
an official timeout. So what we've seen so far in this third drive, a lot of the ground game. You had a 3rd and long. You were able to convert, and able to allow fresh set of downs, and then relying heavily back on the run game, as Lewis was able to get the 19-yard carry and now gets a modest 3-yard carry. We're waiting for College Park and the officials to resume play, as it's just 3:38 left here in the first quarter. But if I'm one of the coaches on the sideline, we know that they've relied on some of these sweeps stretches, trying to have the offensive line go with that zone run game. You've been bringing 4 and every once in a while allowing another linebacker to come in. You're playing some tight coverage right now as you go back on the ground, and that is a great, great open field tackle right at the line. That was R.J. Wims in on it. So it's now going to be a 3rd and long. It's a 1-yard gain, but Wims able to find his way through the line and be a disruptor. As College Park is changing some things up with some defensive line placement. And you see the play action. Almost. Nope, he comes down with it. That's going to be a first down. So that was number 5, Bahabi Balagan. It's going to be another run play here from the Hurricanes, just short of the sticks.
He's eventually wrapped up and stopped by number 4, Marco Beltran. 2nd and short for the Canes.
I'd say 2nd and 2 now for Klein Cain, playing with that tempo again, being in the red zone, looking to find their way to regain this lead. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of this back and forth lead changing, as it's going to be another handoff to Lewis. He gets the first down.
Jerron Lewis. He is tackled by number 8, Wayne Ledger, and a couple of his buddies. Result for play is a 1st and goal for the Canes.
Not as much tempo here from the Hurricanes. Lining up with 3 wide receivers. Lewis in the backfield. They hand it back off as Lewis turns the corner trying to find the pylon and is tackled just short of the goal line. I'd say he's just a yard shy. Not even a yard, maybe even some inches. But yes, Sands was able to get there and prevent the score from happening. But now they're lining back up, ready to catch him on their heels as they call Lewis's number again. Is he able to run between the guards and finds his way in for a Klein Cain touchdown? So Jerron Lewis with the first rushing touchdown this evening.
Holders number 8, Trey Reyes. Chief Staffers number 18, Duarte Ball.
Noah Ballard ready to kick the extra point. And that is good.
And that kick is good. Bringing our score, Klein Cain 14, College Park 10.
That is a 3rd lead change just in the first quarter alone. Klein Cain taking back the lead by 4, 14-10 over the Cavs.
To the field in front of the College Park band, we'd like to give a shout out and a welcome to the local finalists for the Superintendent of College, Conroe Independent School District, Dr. David Vincent. Welcome, Dr. Vincent.
Last kickoff from Klein Cain was a bit of a pooch, and it was returned by Snodgrass. If you're looking in the back, lined over the 5-yard line, it's Cromartie and Beltran. Both elusive, both very quick, but they're going to try to kick yet again. I could see number 2, Tate Winnick, lined up over at the 35. They could potentially be calling his number if they intend to kick in that same direction that they did last time. This time it's going to be Stephen Galloway kicking off for the Hurricanes. It's going to be high in the middle. Going to be signaled for a fair catch, and I think that was number 17, Brandon Claybaugh.
Brandon Claybaugh. College Park takes over. 1st and 10.
College Park Speaking over there with Coach Coates and Coach Hooten. Before they line things up. All the Cavaliers needed the last drive was one play to go 50 yards untouched to Cromartie. So it was a busted coverage play that ended up being a touchdown for the Cavaliers, lining up with 4 receivers. Stevens in the backfield as they call his number as he kind of gets forward progress maybe at the line. Gets bounced back into the backfield like a rubber band.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
A little bit of trench warfare going on at the line of scrimmage. Second and long for the Cavs. Closing in on the remaining minute here in the first. Chenoweth goes in motion. Play clock at 5. Might need to call a timeout. Coach calls a timeout. One of the things that you have to be aware of is making sure
College Park. It's their first time out of the half.
You have vision on that play clock. Good thing on Coach Coates, able to call the timeout before taking the penalty. Very nice student section and crowd here supporting the College Park Cavaliers this Friday night. I would say that Klein Cain traveled fairly well. It's a nice turnout for the visiting team. There's a lovely stadium. If you have not been here yet, I highly recommend. One of the nicer stadiums in the state of Texas. Hughes in the gun. Stevens to his left. Chenoweth goes in motion. Play clock at 15. Play action. Looking downfield for Jordan Stiles. A little comeback route as he gets himself the first down as he runs up between the seams. He's still hugging. He's going to find his way into the touchdown, Cavaliers! Stiles with some style points yet again. '71-yard touchdown. Coke ready. Kicks the extra point.
And the Cavaliers answer your score. College Park 17, Klein Cain 14.
And we are still in the first quarter with our 4th lead change tonight. But there is a penalty on the extra point.
After the play, personal foul on the defense, number 45, illegal hands to the face. Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Try is good.
That is now the 3rd penalty this evening for the Hurricanes. And as you heard the referee, it's going to be enforced after the kick. Both teams still conversing at the sidelines, waiting to line up. As you can see, this being enforced. going to be 10 yards as the kick is already going to take place. So the Cavaliers are going to be teeing it up here. At the Klein Cain 45. And Lincoln Wilson's going to be kicking it off this time around. Kind of curious what the strategy might be here for the Cavaliers. You can try to kick it very high. Try to make your guys get downfield. It looks to be an onside kick. And it's going to be recovered from the Cavaliers. Brian Snodgrass on the return. And College Park will take over at the Klein Cain 21. You know, whenever you're ever going to watch these practices and you're wondering, what are these kickers doing in a lot of their downtime? That is exactly what they are doing. They're trying to get these trick shots, but not only that with the trick shots, working on trying to figure out the best way to do an onside kick, and you could not have scripted or even made it happen as well as it did right there for the Cavaliers. Already leading 17-14, trying to capitalize on the onside return. Handoff, it's going to be a reverse, and it's going to be a cutback. It's going to be downfield, finding Snodgrass with the trickery for a touchdown. I can't wait to go back over that following the replay. But there it is. There goes those lights. Coach Coates in his bag with some trickeration. The extra point is good, but let's go and break down this play. So here comes the snap. Handoff to Stevens, and then it was a pitch back, and obviously we had a little bit of trouble with the video, but Snodgrass downfield catching it and able to break the tackle and find his way into the end zone. But Stevens to Stiles, back to Hughes to Snodgrass. And College Park leading by 10 with 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Yes, all these points have come in the first quarter. Told you this was potentially a high-scoring game tonight. And the penalty from the Hurricanes allowed the College Park Cavaliers to go for an onside kick and recover. And extend their lead. As Coke kicks it downfield, it's going to be another touchback. I have to say, this has been an entertaining game already. You have a well-rested defense and a well-rested offense. Let's see what both teams, well-rested, can do. It's going to be another handoff up the middle to Lewis, and he gets stopped maybe after a yard.
Led by number 8, Blake Licker.
So the Cavaliers stacking the box as they bring the blitz. It's going to be a drag route that was intended to Cooper Carnes, as it'll be 3rd and medium.
That is the end of the first quarter.
And after one,
Gallo Toyota, Gallo Mazda, and Gallo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gallo, Gallo Ford, Gallo Mazda, and Gallo Toyota. Shop GalloAuto.com.
following the first quarter as both teams make their way to the opposite end of the field. College Park leading by 10. Klein Cain trying to figure out how to get back in it. You're only down 10. You're only down 2 scores. But sometimes playing with that tempo, you get your offense off the field quick, and that's not enough time for your defense to rest. And right now, there's a nice, well-rested College Park defense that's ready to put another stop here. They're able to do a 3-and-out early. This is the 4th drive of this half for the Klein Cain Hurricanes. So ball at the 30, College Park 30. Yates does a pitch back, and it's going to be tackled after a few yards. It's a big question, but there is some extra whistles late. Someone signaling they want a flag. There are no penalty markers on the field. It looks like we are going to go ahead and see the punt team back out for their second time this evening for another 3-and-out. Beltran back to return, lining up near the 30 of the College Park 30. The Canes had to punt it off fairly quick last time around. Nice kick, downfield, good hang time. And it's a nice College Park bounce making its way back. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the College Park 40. Following the first drive of the evening for the College Park Cavaliers, all they've had to do on offense, one play and score. Took them downfield. They got a 37-yard field goal. But then you had the 50-yard touchdown pass from Hughes to Cromartie. Then you had the 71-yard pass from Hughes to Stiles. And then the 21-yard touchdown pass from Hughes to Snodgrass. So Stiles with the pitch, with the reverse, finds his way still going down the sideline, finally pushed out of bounds. Right here, as you can see with the pitch, as he starts to hug the sideline, you thinking, did he go out? The Hurricanes were unsure, so they had to make sure they were able to at least push him out of bounds, because we know that Stiles has some breakaway speed, as you were seeing on that run. Booker in motion, which brings 4 wide receivers at the top of your screen, as Cromartie with a quick slant, as he's hit, falls forward for another College Park first down. But whenever you have big plays throughout the evening, that is only the 5th first down here for College Park. You've had 3 touchdowns, all on big plays. 50-yard touchdown, 71-yard touchdown pass, 21-yard touchdown pass. Both playoff teams last year. trying to demonstrate that they want to go further in the postseason as Hughes decides to keep it as he finds himself plenty of room, but there is a marker down as Hughes trots his way over the goal line. I'm not quite
Holding
sure.
on the offense, number 74, 10 yards from the previous spot, first down.
So that's the second holding play tonight for College Park. That will negate the touchdown. As you can see with a lot of these RPOs, Hughes decided to keep it and showed off with his legs that he can actually get in the mix as well. I don't have to be a pocket passer. I can actually move my way up the field. But Booker back in motion. Hughes in the gun. Two-step drop. Looking downfield. Cromartie again in double coverage. Gets off the hands, and that was Christian Rodeo.
Broken up on the play by number 29, Christian Rodeo. Brings up second down for the Cavaliers.
So that'll be a 2nd and 20 now. Hughes not afraid to throw it in double coverage, especially when Cromartie is a very tall target at wide receiver, the junior wide receiver wearing his number. Hughes looking downfield yet again as it's for Jordan Stiles in double coverage. He comes down with it for the score. Hughes to Stiles yet again. That is their second touchdown connection this evening.
For the Cavaliers, number 80, Becky Cook. His holder is number 2, Paige White. And our team snapper is number 35, Hamilton Sharp.
College Park extending this lead, pending the extra point. That's a good snap. Good hold and a good kick. We're going to follow this replay yet again. The play action. Hughes decides to throw it downfield. Close to double coverage, but Stiles coming down with it. The senior with a little shimmy. It's now 31-14 here in the second quarter. I think these Cavaliers are having some fun on the sideline with this high-flying offense.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick correction for the Stockgrass family. I've been calling Brian Stockgrass by his older brother's name. I apologize. I am old and sometimes stupid. My apologies to the Stockgrass family. Back deep to receive for the Hurricanes, number 16, Ian Johnson, and number 13,
Ian Johnson.
Kicking off the Cavaliers is number 80, Becky Cook.
It looks like Charlie Davis back to return the kickoff for Klein Cain. It's another deep kick. And they're going to go ahead and ignore it, and it'll be another touchback. Klein Cain had to punt from a 3-and-out. And as the Hurricanes line back up, lining up with 4 wide receivers, it's going to be a handoff, but it's going to be a keeper. That's that RPO style with Zachary Johnson.
Wrapped up by number 17,
Ian Johnson
Short gain on the play.
is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Lucky enough that Johnson decided to keep it and get that short gain. It's going to be a quick pass for a screen. And looks to be maybe another short gain.
Pass is complete to number 5, Babachide Belogan. He's brought down by number 4, the playmaker, Marco Beltran.
So Belogan
No gain on the play.
on the reception. Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Zachary Johnson in the gun. 2-step drop, pocket collapses, steps up. He decides to keep it himself. He gets the first down and a little extra.
Quarterback number 12, Zach Johnson.
He gets himself 13 on that quarterback keeper.
First down for the Canes.
That's a short gain yet again. They go back to the ground attack.
Number 16, Dion Johnson. Brought down by number 98, RJ Wynn.
They continue with the tempo, but Yates keeping it. Johnson keeps it.
Quarterback Zach Johnson, number 12.
That'll be another.
He is popped by number 17, Brady Playbaugh. Short gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 6.
But according to Dave Campbell's Texas Football, this quarterback from Klein Cain, Zach Johnson, unrecruited at the moment. Johnson in the pocket, stepping up, and gets tackled. That's number 94, Esteban Asong.
Zachary Johnson brought down at the line of scrimmage by number 94.
Won't be marked as a sack,
Brings up 4th and 4.
but it's going to be a 4th and long here at midfield, kind of that no man's land.
Staying on the field.
You can punt it and try to pin College Park back, but with how well this offense is playing, wouldn't hurt to try to go for it here, especially since you won't be getting the ball back in the second half, as it's going to be a reverse jet sweep, and they might have to bring the chains out to do a measurement. I think that we might actually have a measurement here. It looks to be short. College Park saying they didn't get it. And it now are going to say that it is College Park's ball. So that is a turnover on downs. Excellent defensive play there from the Cavaliers yet again. You like what you see from Coach Howard. Building up those boys on the sideline, playing excellent defense for the Cavaliers. As we see the offense split back. Hughes in the middle. I think that's Booker to his right. Snodgrass to his left. Hughes hands it off, going to keep it himself with the RPO, finds himself through a little crease, gets the first down as he's out of bounds.
Keeps it around the right end. Big gain on the play. Eventually forced out of bounds by number 26, AJ Carroll. But that's enough for a Cavalier first down.
That is another first down. That's their 6th first down tonight. You see with the replay, able to find his way. Find that little crease in between the tackles. Gets the first down. And you see what this offense can have in store. Hughes, pocket collapsing, rolls right. There is a flag, throws it away.
Hughes' pass falls incomplete. Flag on the play.
Might be another hold. That'll be the third hold tonight. This will be a penalty on the Cavaliers.
Holding on the offense, number 62. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Fairly disciplined game tonight from both teams. Only 3 penalties. Both sides averaging about 30 yards. So that kind of cancels each other out. No turnovers, cancels each other out. Booker in motion. It's going to be an empty set. Hughes swings it over. Booker gets 10 yards, maybe 12. Signaling for the first down. Technically, it's not a first down.
Fourth down of bounds, number 25, Daniel Rogers.
I like where your head's at.
Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers.
You're aware of the ball marker. It's now 2nd and 8 here. College Park being patient. Going to be another swing pass over to Styles as he shows his speed getting to the second level. But there's another penalty close to the 20-yard marker. I think that's going to be yet another hold.
Holding on the offense, number 11. 10 yards from the spot. Replay second down.
Marty called for the hold.
That's a spot foul, so Cavaliers still move up a couple yards. 2nd and 5.
Second and 6 here for the Cavs. Play clock at 15. Looking to the sideline for a play change. Quick audible. Play action. Looking downfield yet again for Cromartie. You might see they kind of got a little tied up. Cromartie, the intended receiver, but both players kind of out of reach. Going to be an incomplete for a 3rd and 6. Trips lined up at the top of the screen. Going to be a solo pass over to Cromartie, wide open. Little stutter step, jukes his defender. Gets himself another first down.
Tackle made by number 42, Jalen Gilstrap.
College Park making a substitution. We see Duke Stevens back in at running back. College Park, play clock winding down at 5. Styles, play fake. Hughes going to keep it.
Hughes doing a good job of navigating the line, keeper up the middle, getting a 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for the Cavs.
As you could see, very much so with this run pass option. Good awareness from Hughes. Saw a bit of an opening. Four wide receivers. Plenty of time in the pocket. Hughes is going to keep it. Sees wide open spaces as he gets himself in for the score. So that's going to be an 11-yard rushing touchdown for Camden Hughes.
Hitting 50 extra points, number 80, Becky Cook. His holders, number 2, James Wong, and our deep staffer is number 35, Hamilton Sharp.
Waiting for the extra point attempt.
Coach's kick is good. That brings our
And
score.
the kick
College Park
is
38,
good.
Klein Cain 14.
So right now, College Park leading 38-14 with 5:12 left here
Kicking off the Cavaliers, number 80, Becky Cook.
in the half.
Becky to receive for the Hurricanes, number 13, Charlie Davis, and number 16, Eon Johnson.
Standing by with the kickoff. Here in Shenandoah. Ball at the left hash. Lately, it's been nothing but touchbacks, and it continues to be that storyline. Coke has himself a leg, and since the first return of the game for Klein Cain, they have not decided to run back with it at all. So the Canes, we have ourselves whistle.
Prior to the snap, timeout. College Park, second charge timeout of the half.
College Park is going to take their second charge timeout.
All right, we would like to thank our press box sponsor for the 2025 season. PK's Restaurant, Portofino Shopping Center, Shenandoah, Laguna Bethel, Portofino Shopping Center, Buffalo Wild Wings, Portofino Shopping Center, Shenandoah, Chili's, Lake Woodlands, and Indian Springs, Chili's, Shenandoah, Culver's.
I feel like taking a quick look-see of what's going on within the district for tonight's games, as we see that it's a 38-14 lead here. The New Caney Eagles lost yesterday to the Cypress Ranch Mustangs, 62-7. Oak Ridge War Eagles won last night on the road against the Houston Stratford Spartans, 35-32. Right now, the New Caney West Fort Gators are shutting out the Cleveland Indians 28-0 before play resumes. Conroe Tigers are leading the Hastings Bears 24-0. And Johnson throws downfield looking for a receiver just out of his hands. That was Balagun yet again.
Quarterback number 12, Zach Johnson's pass is intended for number 5, Babajide Balagun. Defended very well on the play by number 21, James Carabas.
So James Carabas, junior defensive back, playing corner right now. Playing very good tight man-to-man coverage as he was coming back on a blitz. And there was a swing pass over to Lewis.
Quarterback's pass is complete to number 24, Gerard Lewis.
And since that first drive of the night for the Klein Cain Hurricanes, where they moved up quite a bit, haven't really tried to get much going. Like, yes, they scored a second touchdown in the first quarter. But they've been able to punt twice and had a turnover on downs. It's another first down for the Hurricanes. Under 5 minutes here in the half. Pocket collapsing. Johnson trying to find his way upfield. He gets some yards, but is just shy for the first down. And Isaiah Agoli, junior linebacker, in on the tackle. And that is a big hit in the backfield. R.J. Wims able to find his way and was able to tackle Belogan behind the line of scrimmage.
Officials timeout for an injury.
So the officials call a timeout. Back to while we have some downtime with 3:46 left here in the half. Let's look at a few things. Oh, this is a bit of a shocker right now. The Willis Wildcats are trailing the Klein Cain Tigers 21-6 in non-district play. Willis, over the last few years, have led the district. It's kind of been Willis and the Woodlands in that 1 and 2 spot. But right now, with the way things are looking, I know it's only the second quarter, but it makes you wonder what could potentially happen. And the Highlanders are on the road tonight over at Deer Park, and they are leading the Deer 17-7. Johnson in the pocket, throws downfield, wide open man, and he finds Max Yates. Max Yates, who was able to get the 53-yard touchdown pass. That's a great connection these two young men have with each other. When you have that quarterback-wide receiver relationship, you run those routes even after practice, as it's going to be another swing pass in the backfield. But there he is, Marco Beltran, able to keep an eye and was able to tackle Jerron Lewis in the backfield. But Beltran lined up in the middle of the hashes. Good vision. Here comes the pass, and Beltran there yet again on the tackle. So Corey Streams, senior wide receiver, close to a first down for the Hurricanes. Canes back with the up-tempo. Lewis able to break himself a tackle. We're going to see where forward progress stops. That is another first down. That's going to be 2 flags. You're going to have the encroachment on the defense, but also hitting the quarterback late. So that is going to be an offsides, but then you're going to also call roughing the passer. So referees discussing how to score this.
We have 2 fouls on the defense. We have offsides on the defense, number 99. After the play, personal foul on the defense, number 94. Both penalties will be assessed. First down.
So the half the distance to the goal puts the ball in between the 7 and 8. So it's now a fresh set of downs. First and goal for the Hurricanes.
First and goal for the Canes on the Cavalier 8-yard.
Play is about to resume. Hurricanes lining up. Another handoff in between the tackles.
Ball carries number 24.
But you see that this defensive line are not going to allow many more yards to come from Lewis.
Second and goal.
Last touchdown was a rushing touchdown for 1 yard from
This
Lewis.
is the 2-minute timeout.
And now we have the 2-minute warning here. And while we have the 2-minute timeout, discuss a few more games that have been going on tonight. We have 2 remaining. So college, actually, we're here with the College Park Cavaliers leading the Klein Cain Hurricanes 38-14. The Candy Creek Panthers are on the road, which is kind of a battle of 105. They're playing the Montgomery Bears. Bears are leading 35-0. And it is a close game in the second quarter. Grand Oaks tied at 7 against the Waller Bulldogs. Just letting you know what is going on within the district. A lot of road games this week. Before play resumes, fill you in on a couple of other games that will potentially be coming on for the Cavaliers. They're going to be at home here next week
Second and goal for Cain.
on a Thursday night against the Conroe High Tigers. Both teams could potentially be going in to non-district play undefeated. It's another handoff to Lewis as he stopped yet again. And who is it? RJ Wims. Actually, that was Jordan Grant this time around. With how effective this College Park defensive line and linebacking core have been plugging up the holes, makes you wonder as they go for the aerial attack now. Johnson rolls right, trying to get to the pylon and is out of bounds. And there is a late flag.
He's tackled, forced out of bounds by number 17, Brandon Clayball. Flag on play.
I have a feeling they're going to say that this is a late hit out of bounds by the Cavaliers. And that'd be number 94, Esteban Asong, who was in the vicinity of the play. If that's the case, then it could potentially be a first down here for the Hurricanes.
Personal foul on the defense, number 94, late hit out of bounds. 15-yard penalty, correction, half the distance to the goal, first down.
So, fresh set of downs, new life here for the Hurricanes. Under 2 minutes, 2 yards to go. I'd say the Hurricanes might be calling number 24's number as they do, but he is stopped just short of the goal line.
Again, number 24, Ron Lewis, finding it hard, sledding up the middle. 98, RJ Wims clogging it up.
This is that gap sound defense they're trying to have, but it's going to be an easy trot in for the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown. That is the second rushing touchdown tonight for Jerron Lewis. And the extra point attempt is good. So after going 28 unanswered points, the Klein Cain Hurricanes were able to find themselves back into the end zone to try to narrow the deficit some, but they are still trailing at the moment. It is 38-21 still, all Cavaliers. With 1:03 left in the half, College Park will also be getting the ball back to start the second half. And what we've seen tonight, 4 drives have all scored by one play. I'm sorry, 3 drives have scored from one play. So you know that if the College Park Cavaliers need just one play to get in the end zone, they're able to do so. And they're not afraid to stretch the field and throw the deep ball. But Ballard tees it up right in between the hashes. High kick in the middle. It's going to be a bounce, and Beltran's going to go ahead and return it.
Fair catch was called for by one of the upbacks.
So there was a fair catch that was called. A little miscommunication from the Cavaliers. Beltran wanted to show that he can return the ball. Ball's lined up at the College Park 22, 60 seconds left to go, 78 yards downfield.
With that fair catch, College Park takes over first and 10 on their own 22-yard line, 1 minute to go in the half.
Trying to see a bit of a shell defense from the Canes. As Styles wide open in the middle of the field. And that's going to be a first down. If anything, Klein Cain's trying to keep the ball in front of him, not wanting to give up the big play downfield. But as you saw with the first down, there's still moderate, medium pass plays as the pocket collapses, and that is going to be the first sack of the night. That was 21, Ethan Reed, bringing down Hughes. And with 23 seconds left, the final timeout is going to be called for College Park.
Timeout, College Park. That's their third and final timeout of the half. Clocker operator, please put 27 seconds on the game clock. 27.
.27 seconds left here in the half. College Park leading. They get the ball back in the second half. They're not
27
afraid
seconds,
to
please.
throw the deep ball.
Thank you.
This was the first sack that this offensive line has given up tonight. Hughes has been able to escape pressure a few times, but this time he finally gets tackled. Curious what Coach Coates and Hooten have in store. Bunch trips, bottom of the screen. Throwing towards the sideline is Cromartie, just short of the first down. But Cromartie getting out of bounds. That was 5 seconds off the game clock. It's now third and short. Seeing a little bit of press coming from the corners. Stevens in motion. Swing pass to Stevens near the sideline. Jukes back in, trying to stay, but gets pushed out of bounds. Will they say that he was leaning forward, going out of bounds?
Stopping the clock for 14 seconds. First down, Cavaliers.
So he did lean forward, getting out of bounds, and it's now in midfield. 14 seconds left. College Park trying to at least get in field goal range. Cook was able to kick a 37-yarder for their first drive of the evening. Hughes looking downfield. Pocket collapses, is going to keep him himself. He's going to try to run towards the sticks and runs out of bounds with 6 seconds left.
Quarterback Camden Hughes keeps around the left end, picks up a great block by number 1 Jordan Styles, gets out of bounds, 6 seconds to go.
So he's short of the first down. They need anything. They need to be close to the 25, so they need to go 15 yards in 5 seconds to try to at least get it into field goal range. With a play action pass, looking down the field, in the middle of the field, Styles gets tackled as the clock winds down. That is another first down. That's going to be end of regulation.
That is the end of the first half.
College Park will return the ball in the second half, but that does it for the first half of play. College Park leading 38-21. It's quite a ball game we have here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Hope you enjoy yourselves. We're going to go ahead and let the Klein Cain Hurricanes band and drill team take the field for the halftime festivities, followed by the College Park band and their drill team as well. We should be back with more football in 25 to 30 minutes. So hope you're enjoying the football game, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Klein Cain High School is proud to present, under the direction of Amy LaRue and Tori Ramquist, your 2025 UVA D1 Intermediate Palm National Silver Medalist, your Klein Cain Legacies. The Legacies are being led onto the field tonight by our captains, Kate DeBlanc, Abby Pistano, Lindsay Roberts, and Avery Smith. Social officers are Spirit Coordinator, Trinity Gabriel, Social Coordinator, Mallory Clements, Media Chair, Emily Perez, Secretary, Annalise Bertram, Chaplain, Izzy Calcanio, and Rookie Advisor, Avery Smith. We would like to honor the Teacher of the Week, Mrs. Hewitt, Spirit Girl of the Week, Caitlin Coleman, Legacy of the Week, Allison Lader, and Shooting Star of the Week, Anna Reeves. And now, for your halftime entertainment, the night line of Legacies will perform a fun and energetic Palmer tune to Bang Bang. Great job, Legacies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of Klein Cain High School, the sound of the storm, Hurricane Marching Band. The band is under the field leadership of drum majors Lily Barkoviak, Melanie Foster, Chloe Lee, Hannah Ritchie, and Neil Walker. Tonight, the Hurricane Band presents selections from their 2025 production, Into the 80s, featuring the powerful and inspiring music of Thomas Ferguson, Philip Glass, Leonard Cohen, Samuel Barber, and Eric McVeigh. The Klein Cain Band extends a special thank you to the Klein ISD administration, the Klein Cain Campus administration, and most importantly, all of the Hurricane Band parents and families of their unwavering support. Fans, please sit back and enjoy the sound of the storm. Great job, man. Hurricanes, put those hands together and cheer on our football team in Klein Cain.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight to your viewing pleasure of the award-winning programs of the College Park Cavaliers Marching Band, College Park Cavaliers, and our featured twirler, J.C. Conway, under the coaching of Kaylee Mickey and Madison McCurdy. Woodlands College Park High School is proud to present the award-winning Cavaliers. Regular officers are Major Kayla Sickles, Lieutenant Major Addison Belcher, Junior Lieutenants Brooke McGrath, Lily Rickenbaugh, and Elise Travis. The social officers are President Reagan Davenport, Vice President Samantha Tooley, Spirit Chair Holly Henshaw, Secretary Val Mesa, and new member liaisons Quinn McDonald and Lizzie Stowski. The Rookie of the Week is Caroline Shirley. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Avery Belschner. And the Revelator of the Week is Sophie Leedy. Revelators in the dressers, Miss Allison Lowry and Kelly Bricker. Tonight, Revelers performing their halftime pond routine to September. Take it away, Revelers. Let's hear it for our Cavaliers and our featured dweller, Jesse Conway. Ladies and gentlemen, now forming on the Wood Forest Stadium field is a 240-member strong, the mighty Cavaliers marching band. Lovely Cavalier band from the direction of Mr. Jeff Gordon, assistant band directors Mr. Aaron Owens, percussion directors Mr. Rod Savala, and the color guard directors Mr. Fernando Rodriguez. Your Cavalier band drum majors are Owen Herring, Alexander Harris, Ella Wagner, and Garrett Walker. Our section of the week is the trombones. Tonight, our band is excited to show you parts 1 and 2 of our 2025 show titled Glow. And now, get ready to enjoy a great show. It's time to watch these great young men and women perform for you the sights and sounds of the award-winning Cavaliers marching band. cheer for the mighty Cavalier marching band. We hope you enjoy the show and get ready for a great second half and go Cavs.
Test.
Cavaliers will receive the second half opening kickoff. Back deep receiver number 11, Julian.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for being a little late to the return. Showed that we had a couple of minutes, like a minute and a half left on the clock, but they went ahead and tacked it on. They were ready to kick off the second half. In some downtime, we'll go over a couple key stats from the first half. But hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities from both schools, Klein Cain and College Park. Always love hearing September in September. As Klein Cain is kicking it off here in the second half as College Park is returning. And that was Brandon Claybaugh on the return. Signal for the fair catch. It was unfortunate the Cavaliers could not score at the end of the first half. They ran out of timeouts. There was a pass to Jordan Stiles in the middle of the field. Not enough time on the clock to do a clock play, trying to get into field goal range. But here we are with the second half. Ball at the 35 of College Park's 35. Needing to go 65 yards for the score. Camden Hughes has thrown for 4 touchdowns and run for 1 touchdown, as College Park is leading 38-21, and Hughes rolls right, trying to evade the sack, decides to throw it away. Looking downfield. Jordan Stiles was in the vicinity of the pass. It was one of those things is you just need to go ahead and throw it away if you don't see anything downfield and you hear footsteps on your back. Curious about what kind of adjustments that Coach Clancy for Klein Cain has at the half. It's going to be a slant that is over to Cromartie as he breaks 2 tackles. He looks like he's going to find himself close to the end zone, just pushed right out of bounds. Did he get? They said he crossed the plane. Cromartie with a 65-yard touchdown reception. And that's Cromartie's second receiving touchdown of the night. Well, here comes the extra point attempt from Koch. Good snap, good hold. Koch has been perfect on every field goal kick tonight. But here comes that replay. It's a quick slant, breaks 1 tackle, loses his footing, is able to get himself back up, breaks the second one, and is going down the sideline, and he crosses the plane. Thought he might have been pushed out right there at the 1 or the 2 yard line, but the way that Cromartie was able to extend that left arm to at least get the ball across the play and gets that score. Over 50 yards after the catch. That's what we call the yak. Cromartie having himself a night here at the bank. Koch is ready to kick back off. Continues to favor the left hash. Kicking towards the south end zone. Koch boots it downfield, not trying to kick it to the end zone. This is going to be the first time in a while that Klein Cain has been able to return, and it's a nice return there from the Hurricanes. So number 16, Ian Johnson. Say that was close to a 27-yard return, maybe 30. See what the first drive of the half for the Hurricanes can be. So Johnson in the pocket, throws over to Yates. So quick curl. It's another up-tempo play. It's going to be a handoff over to Lewis, and he gets himself another first down. That's the 10th first down tonight for the Hurricanes. Klein Cain penalized only 3 times in the first half. Couple on the defensive side. Pocket collapsing. Throws right at the seam. And that's going to be another first down. Johnson continuing to find his man, number 4, Max Yates. And the Hurricanes keep up with the tempo as another handoff to Lewis as these, well, there is a penalty. That could
Prior to the
potentially
snap,
be.
False start on the offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Kind of call itself the commentator's jinx. You mention something and then all of a sudden it tends to change. Said that only 3 penalties in the first half for the Hurricanes, and then they get penalized first in the second half. Lewis to the left of Yates, or to Johnson, sorry. And Johnson throws it to Balogun. It's now 2nd and long. So Johnson going to keep it himself with quarterback keeper. Median gain puts it at 3rd and 6. Hurricanes making some substitutions. Corey Streams lining up in the slot. Play clock at 15 here. Lewis to the left of Johnson. Johnson gets set, throws into coverage. That was number 9, Jonah Din. So Jonah Din was playing more of his zone. And by the way that the slant was, it was in the right spot at the right time, able to disrupt that pass. It's now a 4th and 5, and the Hurricanes are keeping the offense on the field, needing 6. Johnson, plenty of time, throws downfield, and that is going to be incomplete, and that was number 6, David Sands, in on the coverage. And that is going to be another turnover on downs. That is the 2nd turnover on downs. Going for it on 4th down. They're 0 for 2 going for it on 4th down tonight. You know, it's kind of that no man's land there for the Hurricanes. Not enough range for field goal, and even if you were to decide to punt it, what's the best you could do? Maybe pin them back inside the 10, or it could potentially have been a touchback. Why not go for it? That's what they did. Decent field position to start things off. The opposite end of the field, and it's going to be a handoff to Duke Stevens, and the counter goes about 9 for the first run of the half for the junior. Makes you wonder what kind of offensive scheme they're going to keep with the second half. Are you going to go to the ground game more and try to eat up as much clock as you can, or are you going to want to throw downfield as it's a handoff to Styles as he leaps over a defender and he gets that first down? So with the jet sweep, here comes Styles. Whoop! Jumps over his defender. A little Chris Berman action for you. So first down, close to midfield at the 45 for College Park. Hughes throws towards the sideline for Cromartie. So Cromartie
Just inside the 45.
had at least 3 yard separation in front of A.J. Carroll. Carroll not trying to let anything get past him. The corners for Klein Cain are playing a little safe since College Park likes to air it out downfield. Hughes, quick pass back to Cromartie. Able to break one, break two. He's at the 20, trying to get himself another score this half. Gets pushed out of bounds inside the 10. But the play on the route running back in breaks one tackle, tries to break another. But yes, inside the 10, back in the red zone. And the Cavaliers are knocking on the door yet again. And Hughes in the gun. Stevens to his left. Hughes looks as he was throwing to Snodgrass in the slot. And Joel Fumakong was in on the coverage, able to disrupt.
Timeout, College Park. That's their first time out of the half.
So College Park is taking their first time out of the half while we have 8:24 left here in the third. Looking back at the first half, the only time that the Cavaliers were unable to put points on the board was because their last 7th possession in the first half ended in regulation. They were trying to at least get back into field goal range. They were fairly close. They just ran out of timeouts. They had less than a minute to try to go 65 yards downfield and got down to about the 35 of the Klein Cain side, but that was whenever the clock hit 0. But they started off with the 37-yard field goal. Then there was the Hughes to Cromartie 50-yard touchdown pass. The Hughes to Stiles 71-yard touchdown pass. Then you had the 21-yard touchdown pass from Hughes to Snodgrass off of the onside kick return. Then there was another pass to Stiles from Hughes for 32 yards. And then Camden Hughes had himself a rush, but there's a rush over there from Duke Stevens as he finds himself into the end zone for a touchdown. Here comes the extra point attempt for the Cavs. The extra point attempt is good, and my apologies, it was not a run. That was a swing. That was actually a wheel route if you watch the replay here. Kind of a swing wheel route over to Duke Stevens, but Stevens getting in on the mix as well. And that there is your 4th pass catcher getting a touchdown reception tonight. Shows you that while you do have your 1 and 2 receiver, College Park not afraid to spread the ball around. Cavaliers showing that they like to run up the score. This is a very potent offense, as you've seen here this evening. So it looks like Lincoln Wilson's going to be kicking it off this time around for College Park. It's a high returnable kick. That's going to be number 3, Wesley Young, who decides to not call a fair catch.
Brought down by the team of College Park Cavaliers. Canes take over first and 10 on their own 38-yard line.
So Klein Cain will start off at their own 38 for their second drive this half. It's Johnson and company line up. They hand it off over to Lewis, and he gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. This College Park defensive line. Need to find a nickname for this defensive line. They're only bringing 3 at the moment. Johnson looks downfield, is able to connect with the receiver. That looked to be Cooper Carnes, and nope, they're going to say that he did get the first down. Carnes able to fall forward. Johnson looks upfield, pump fakes. They're going to say that this could potentially be pass interference. They were tied up. That was Jonah Dinn playing tight on Carnes. This is going to be on College Park. This is their 7th penalty tonight, first of the half. And for lead referee,
Pass interference on the defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty, first down.
so that'll be an automatic first down for Klein Cain. Puts them into College Park territory.
That will advance the ball, give first down to Canes.
Lining up with 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Lewis in the sidecar. Quick pass to Yates. Just short of the first down marker. Yates lining up in the slot right now, not really playing the outside. Keeping him close to Johnson so he can be that first read for him. That's going to be another handoff. I'm sorry, that was a pass to number 17, Tyson Freeman. Now another handoff to Lewis. Actually, no, that's going to be a quarterback keeper with Johnson. The RPO had me fooled in the booth.
Brought down on the play by number 4, Marco Beltran, and a host of other Cavaliers.
Have a lot of whistles blowing on the field. Not seeing any sign of a penalty
Timeout.
marker.
College Park.
So College Park is taking their second
Half.
timeout here of the half. College Park using their second timeout here in the third. Not even halfway through the third. Needing to catch a breather with the up-tempo that Klein Cain has been going through. But from what I'm seeing, Klein Cain back in the red zone with a goal line. College Park need a goal line stand here. If Klein Cain able to score off this, makes you question, would they be willing to go for an onside kick to try and get the ball back? With the way this drive has been going for the offense, they've been tiring out this defense. of College Park. So with the ball at the 5-yard line, Johnson in the gun. Yates at the top of the screen. They're going to hand it off to Lewis. Gets himself 2 yards. So what we've seen so far from this defensive line, they've been able to hold Lewis, but it's going to be another run to Lewis as he breaks 1 tackle, maybe gets 2 yards. Nope. He's brought right back at the line of scrimmage. Lewis has 2 rushing touchdowns this evening. The only other touchdown was the busted coverage from the Johnson to Yates pass. Just a minute of 6 into the game tonight. So Johnson, plenty of time, decides to roll left, looking, does a little stiff arm, gets maybe a yard, but that right there was Jonah Din. 4th and goal in College Park, trying to cause another turnover on downs. Klein Cain right now is 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight. Player in motion. Johnson rolls right to the corner of the end zone. It is deflected. That is going to be an incomplete pass. It was in
Early
the
on
receiver,
the field, an incomplete
Tyson
pass.
Freeman.
Turnover on downs, first down.
But Jonah Din able to be denied to the Hurricanes. First 2 drives this evening in the second half, both turnover on downs. Klein Cain was knocking on the door, and great coverage from the secondary right there. Jonah Din putting the disruption. College Park going to start at their own 4, 96 yards to go downfield. Duke Stevens gets maybe a yard on that carry. We haven't seen College Park tonight start this deep in their own territory. And they have not punted at all tonight. So Hughes here in the gun. Drops back 2, throws down the seam, looking for Jordan Stiles, and is batted down by A.J. Carroll.
By number 26, A.J. Carroll. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Cavaliers.
Playing pretty tight like cheese on nachos. It's now 3rd and 9. Ball at the 5. College Park lining up with 3 receivers. But now it's going to be a fake. You know, Hughes is going to keep it himself as he gets himself quite a bit of running room, and he goes out of bounds. So Hughes started at the 5, ends at the 46. It's a 4. All the room in the world. Able to put on the burners, get that first down, so you're not pinned back, and now you're at midfield. Stevens in motion. 4 receivers at the bottom of the screen. So Stevens with the screen. And that is going to be a loss.
He is going to be the number 21, Ethan Reed, brought down. Loss of 3 on the play, 3rd and 13.
Ethan Reed makes the tackle for the Canes. It's now 3rd and long. Only 2 penalties this quarter, 1 for both teams. You had the defensive pass interference on the Cavs. Then you had the false start on the Canes. Play action, quick pass to Styles in the slot. That is going to be a 4th and 9, maybe 4th and 10. And this is the first time this evening we are going to see the punt team for College Park.
Back to punt for the Cavaliers, number 34, Oliver Van Hindesdale.
So Oliver Van Hindesdale is going to be punting, the senior punter, number 34, for College Park. And if you look back to return, that is going to be number 4, Max Yates, senior wide receiver for the Hurricanes. It's a deep punt, and it's going to be a nice bounce inside the 10. Actually, it's going to roll back, so it's inside the 15. But Olivan gets him a nice punt downfield. College Park still leading 52-21. So 31-point deficit here in the 3rd quarter. It's a ball at the Hurricane 12. Johnson dances around and gets himself tackled. That's going to be a sack. That actually, Johnson's night is over. This is Trey Reyes, Jr., quarterback.
He's brought down by number 98, RJ Williams, for a sack, loss of 1 on the play.
So Reyes in for Johnson. And here they are yet again. Rico Ogwin gets tackled for a massive loss. That's a TFL, and that is RJ Wims. Now less than 2 left here in the 3rd. Play clock at 10. Klein Cain has all their timeouts. So Reyes in the pocket, throws downfield, looking for him. It's intercepted. That is Marco Beltran on the turnover. Beltran had himself 6 interceptions last season. Gets one here tonight. Ball hawk safety playing center field, keeping his eye on the quarterback. Hughes back out. This might be his last drive this evening. It's going to be a handoff to Antonio Booker. Booker trying to book his way downfield, trying to book a reservation for the end zone. But it's now Less than a minute left here in the third quarter. College Park letting the play clock wind down to 5 as they call on Booker yet again. Looks like he gets himself the first down as he trucked his way. Here we go. Another first down. And they're going to go ahead and let the play clock, or actually let the game clock conclude. So that's going to do it there for the third quarter. College Park leading by 31, 52-21 with 12 minutes left to go.
That is the end of the third quarter.
This has been a very, very entertaining game here tonight at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We hope that you've been enjoying it, watching with us. There's a lot going on in the world, and we're glad that you decided to take some time and spend it with us. As I said earlier in the broadcast, if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button for our Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium channel and click the little bell to the left, and it'll notify you every time we go live. Like I said, next week, Thursday night, September 11th, it's going to be College Park hosting the Conroe Tigers here at Woodforest Bank Stadium for their first district matchup of the season. And right now, with the way things are looking, both College Park and Conroe could be undefeated heading into district play. We'll provide a couple updates. So Hughes throws a quick pass to Stiles and bounced out. We'll provide some stats and info on the other games throughout the district with some downtime. As College Park's getting the play from the sideline. So at the moment, it's in the fourth quarter. Grand Oaks are leading the Waller Bulldogs 28-20. Highlanders are leading the Deer Park Deer 30-20.
Timeout, College Park.
College Park is going to use their last timeout, so we can go over a few more games that are going on throughout the district. If you look right now, Conroe, just north of us over at Moorhead Stadium, are leading the Hastings Bears 31-0. So they're pitching a shutout. And I am really surprised by what is going on with the Willis Wildcats. If this is correct, they are losing to the Klein Cain Tigers. And it's under 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. College Park is making their way back onto the field. The 2nd and 10, ball at the Klein Cain 30. Snodgrass in motion. Little swing pass over to Antonio Booker.
Pass out to the flat, number 23, Antonio Booker is complete. He cuts it up the field.
That is going to be a 5-6 yard reception.
Get a 5 on the play, brings up 3rd and 5.
So it's 3rd and medium. Hughes. I think that was to number 7, A.J. Espinal. Just short of the first down. Wood College Park keeping the offense on the field. Going to go for it on 4th and down. They have not had to go for it on 4th down tonight. This will be their first attempt at a 4th down conversion. And the Cain Hurricanes
timeout. Cain
call their first timeout.
Timeout of the half.
Yes.
Please call your rides now if you're getting a ride home from the game. Thank you.
Another score update. We're looking at Montgomery and Caney Creek. Montgomery is leading Caney Creek. I doubt that that is an accurate score that I see online right now. I don't think that anyone has scored 555 points this evening. Nothing. That'd be a very big record, and it's going to be a keeper. Under center is Snodgrass, and he's going to convert and get the first down. So Snodgrass is going to do a quarterback sneak, but instead it's a direct snap to him. Actually went under center as he's coming off to the sideline. So they are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. So Hughes hands it off, this time to Espinal.
Ball carried in on the play is number 7, A.J.
Espinal
Espinal. He's tackled by number 2.
is going to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11.
But this is what College Park is going to intend on doing. They're going to run the ball late here, continue to let the clock run, and even allow the play clock to get as close to 5 seconds. It's going to be a pass to the sideline, and that is Tate Chewanowick. So Chewanowick gets out of bounds near the first down marker, just short, and it is now third and 2, but
Personal foul on the defense, number 45, illegal hands to the face. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
Flag on the play gives the Cavaliers an automatic first down. First and goal at the 5.
so that's going to be a first down for the Cavaliers, and now with it being half the distance to the goal, it's just going to be first and goal at the 5. Here they are, Cavaliers have scored on 9 out of their 10 previous drives. It's Espinal trying to get in on the mix with the score tonight.
Over the left guard. He is tackled on the play by number 42, Jamin Gilstrap.
And you see substitution, sophomore Antonio Booker now. See him, number 23. Lining up to the right of Hughes. Chewanowick goes in motion. Booker gets stuffed by 3 Hurricanes. It is now 3rd and goal at the 5. No tempo needed here. Trying to continue to let the game clock and play clock get as close to 0 as they can. Low snap for Hughes. Pocket collapses, and he's going to get sacked. That's the second time he's sacked this evening. And we're going to see the field goal unit come back. Hurricanes decided to bring everyone in the kitchen sink. This will be a 29-yard attempt. Coke. Perfect. There's going to be a flag.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Since they had an illegal substitution, they had 12 men on the field, didn't have a timeout to take. So unfortunately pushes them back 5, so that'll be a 34-yard attempt now for Coke. He made a 37-yarder earlier. Plenty of time, good hold. And the kick is good. So the 34-yarder puts it now 55-21. College Park continuing to extend their lead here tonight. As we wait for the foot to meet the leather yet again. We're close to 6.5 left in regulation. So 39, Lincoln Wilson is now going to be kicking. For the Cavs. So as the foot meets the leather, it is recovered by the Cavaliers. And this is number 19, Hayden Hughes. He goes in for the score, but they're going to say that he was down. So Hughes cannot advance once he recovered it, but let's watch the kick yet again. Bounces back, and Hughes able to come up with it. But that's what you get. You play until you hear the whistle blow. That's what you want. Even though it's not going to count as a score, as a head coach, you love to see that from your players. Until the play is done, Hayden Hughes snagged that ball and ran it in. But we are going to see senior quarterback Rodrigo Bravo come in. Hughes' night is done, and all you can do is clap for the junior quarterback. Had himself an amazing night. It's going to be a handoff and tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like someone lost their hat on the field.
By number 95, Ashton Hayes.
So Ashton Hayes needs to go back to the sideline. Needs to see the equipment manager. Make sure that everything's A-okay with the helmet. So Bravo in the gun. This is going to be a handoff to Espinal. Gets himself close to 8 on that carry. All College Park has to do from here on out, continue to keep the ball on the ground. Now there will be a 2-minute timeout. There will be a timeout at the 2-minute mark. They implemented that this season. This is something that we haven't experienced in previous years in high school football. It's going to be a jet sweep. And that was number 21, Ethan Reed, linebacker for Klein Cain, in on the tackle.
He's stopped on a play by number 21, Ethan Reed. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down for the Cavs.
It's going to be another field goal attempt here.
Number 80, Becky Cook. His holder is number 2, Kate Jawani. And our deep snapper is number 35, Hamilton.
This time it's going to be a 41-yard attempt, longest attempt tonight. Is there enough leg on this one? He swings the foot, swings the shoe, and it is good. That is a 41-yard field goal. Anytime that they need to call on Beckett Koch. PATs have been there, and field goals have been there. 3 for 3 on field goals tonight. And 7 for 7 on PATs, and that puts College Park at 58 to Klein Cain's 21. Right now we're waiting for the Cavaliers to line it up, ready to kick it off here. And not too long ago,
Number 22, Rico Owen.
Lincoln Wilson able to have that pooch kick get recovered, and Hayden Hughes was in on the recovery. Another pooch kick. Fair catch is signaled, and Klein Cain, that was Cooper Carnes on the reception. On the return.
31 yard line. Check that to 30.
We're going to see the Hurricanes offense here at the 30, their own 30, with 4:25 left here in the game. So it's going to be a run there for the Hurricanes. Get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, you start to see a lot of the second string players. Let you see what you have in store. Especially the younger underclassmen. Allowing a lot of these underclassmen to get these reps to see the potential they have leading towards the future of the program, especially here for College Park. This being Coach Coates' third season here for College Park. Actually his third season, I apologize. It's going to be a pass to the sideline. And that'll bring up fourth down here for the Hurricanes. But last season, Cavaliers had a 7-5 record, and they were 5-3 in district. And as you know, that they did lose to Klein Cain in the area round. And the nice program that they're building and the culture that is going on here at College Park. You see that they like to spread the ball around. As Klein Cain punts it back, and it's going to be a flag close to midfield, actually near the 35-yard line. But back to what you're looking at for these Cavaliers leading towards the future. Looking down the roster, Jordan Stiles is a senior, Taechwanik
Illegal
senior,
substitution on the defense,
Beltran
12 men on the
senior,
field. 5-yard penalty, that's enough for a
linebacker
first down.
Lane Legger senior. For a couple of these guys, it's going to be their last hurrah, unless they are getting some looks to play in the next level up in the collegiate level. Unsure of what the recruiting process has turned into for some of these gentlemen. For sure, you know, a lot of these guys are going to end up putting together. Some of them have these huddle channels, huddle streams accounts that you can put a lot of your highlights to make yourself a demo reel, so you can try to send that out for your recruiting purposes. We'd like to see a lot of these players in their senior year get recruited to play at the collegiate level if they so choose. If some of these players have that life after high school to continue playing football. Klein Cain throws check route near the sideline in the flat. That'll be another first down. Close to a first down for Klein Cain. Hurricanes playing up tempo as they hand it off. It's going to be stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. This time it's Rico Ogwin who is on the carry. But if Willis ends up losing, and now I know that this is non-district play, but you got to think about scenarios leading towards what is potentially going to happen within the district.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
And as the 2-minute timeout is here, we have 2 minutes left of the game. But looking forward, Conroe looking to be undefeated coming in to non-district play, leading into district. College Park versus Conroe here next Thursday night. You know, the Woodlands, their matchup right now. If you look at the current, they're still in the fourth quarter, but they lead 30-20 against Deer Park on the road. And then you have Grand Oaks leading 28-20 against Waller in the fourth quarter. But it's going to be rather shocking if Willis ends up losing tonight, and it shows you, okay, all of these other teams in the district, it could potentially be wide open. You can't really say anything until district play starts. But if you look at on the other side of the field right now, you have Klein Cain, that was a playoff team, and how College Park is playing against a playoff team from last year, and College Park being a playoff team. This is a good test to see what you have in store for the district. And as it's going to be another tackle at the line of scrimmage, this College Park defense, while only allowing 21 points tonight. One of those was pretty much from a busted play. It was broken coverage, a 53-yard touchdown pass from Johnson to Yates in the first drive of the game, one of the first plays of the game, as Klein Cain was moving downfield, and that is Ogwin yet again on a big run. You can only think what could potentially happen, because it's still, it's only week 2. But that's one of these things that you like to consider looking ahead. Like, what could potentially happen? Could this be College Park's year to win the district? And we do have another penalty marker on the field. By the way that College Park has been playing tonight and last week yet alone shows that they have
holding
everything in
on
their
the
arsenal
number
to
3, 10 yards from the spot.
Be in
Play
contention
first down.
for first or even second place in the district. And just by looking ahead at the schedule, next week against Conroe, the following week here at Woodforest Bank Stadium, but they're going to be on the opposing sideline playing against Oak Ridge. Then against Grand Oaks, Willis week 6, Caney Creek in week 7. That's whenever you circle week 8, Friday night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium against the Woodlands High School. Because next week against Conroe, and then consider week 8 against the Woodlands, and potentially week 6 against Willis. And there's that College Park defense yet again, as we are now 35 seconds left in the game. Play clock hasn't started. Is Coach Clancy going to go ahead and call his boys to the sideline? And that's what they're going to go do. So as the clock winds down, we are going to go ahead and call this one as College Park goes home undefeated in non-district play. 58-21 is the score. College Park Cavaliers over the Klein Cain Hurricanes, as both teams make their way to midfield and wish each other a good game, good sportsmanship. And following, we'd like to thank our sponsors that allow us to continue to bring you broadcasting games here on our YouTube Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium stream. There will be a couple of highlights of the game following this. I'd like to thank everybody here in the booth, the producers, the crew, the film crew that are on the field filming everything for you. To the students, the faculty, and family, hope everyone gets home safe tonight. Enjoy your weekend. There's plenty of football. Regular season of the NFL kicked off just last night. There's also another matchup going on right now. And college football, the slate, it's football from now, whether it be junior high, Pop Warner, high school, NFL. There's football from now until February. Love this time of the year. But enjoy the highlights. We hope you have yourself a great rest of your weekend. And we'll do it all again here next week. September 11th, College Park will be hosting the undefeated Conroe High Tigers, both teams 2-0. It's going to be a great matchup. Hope to see you here. Take care. I'm Jackson Cochran for Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stream. I will go ahead and sign off as you conclude these highlights. Take care.